Now let's see what the slope or gradient of a line is. When we walk on an inclined path, we cover a horizontal distance called the run, and we cover a vertical distance called the rise, both of them at the same time. So if you have this path here and you're going up, right? You're covering this horizontal distance, the run, and you're also covering this vertical distance, right? This is the horizontal distance run, and this is the vertical distance we'll call the rise, right? And it is obviously harder to climb a steeper inclined plane. And the measure of the steepness is termed as the gradient or the slope of the inclined path, and we denote it by m. And it can be found by the ratio of the rise to the run. Rise being the y value or the vertical value you cover, and the run being the horizontal value or the x value that you cover, right? So y over x as well. And it is basically also the tangent of the inclination alpha. And let's see what that really means. See, in analytical geometry, slope or gradient, also called m, of a non-vertical straight line with alpha as its inclination is defined by m or tan alpha. If L is a horizontal slope, if L is a horizontal, its slope is 0, and if L is vertical, then its slope is undefined or infinity. Okay, so let's see. Let's draw the coordinate axis, x-axis and y-axis, and let's say this is your line L, right? That means it's starting from this origin, the 0, 0 point, with y value 0 and x value 0, and it ends at this point here, right? Now, the angle alpha, the inclination, you draw a line, you start counting from the positive x-axis and you go counterclockwise. So this is the angle alpha, okay? Now, you can find m by taking the tangent of alpha. Why the tangent of alpha? Because tan alpha is basically the opposite of a triangle over the adjacent, right? So if you look at this as a triangle, you have this side, you have this side, and you have the line L as the hypotenuse. And tangent of alpha means you're dividing this vertical with this horizontal, the opposite of the adjacent. So it's equivalent to the rise, the y value, over the run, the x value that you cover, right? And again, if this is a horizontal line, that means the angle is 0. And at 0, tan 0 is equal to 0. But if it's a line that lies on the y-axis, that means you have a 90-degree angle, and tangent of 90 degrees is equal to infinity or undefined. And you can think of it really like this as well, that obviously a horizontal line or a straight flat line is easier to walk on. A straight path, a flat path, is easier to walk on. So obviously the gradient of it will be 0. And if you have a vertical path, so like a wall in front of you, and if you try to climb that, that's impossible. Hence, it's infinity, right? So another important thing to remember is that if alpha lies between 0 and 90, m will be positive, and if alpha lies between 90 and 180, m is negative. So if, for example, if you have this line over here, that means it lies between 0 and 180 degrees. So it will have a negative gradient.